The views, information, and opinions expressed during the following program are solely those of the individuals involved and do not necessarily represent the views of Access Communications, its representatives, or its employees.
Welcome everyone to a great day at the Regina Rugby facility. We are here today with the under 18 Sask women playing against Team Manitoba under 18 women. You're here with Access Now. So we are now just getting ready to kick off. This is 7-a-side rugby. These are two teams that are in their compete stage, and they're all looking for spots on the up-and-coming Canada Games in St. John's, Newfoundland, and that'll be occurring later this summer. So all of these athletes, and we see very quickly what can happen in sevens. There's a quick breakdown on the wing, and she's off and away.
That's number 11 for the under 18 Manitoba team, Dick.
Yeah,
Zoe Bardell. Yeah, so she got a nice little edge there around the Saskatchewan team, and you can see how the scoring is quick in this. It can change fast, and people can get down and score tries right away quickly.
Really, for people who haven't seen sevens before, if you grew up on 15s rugby, which used to be more popular, sevens is much faster moving. There's the same amount of space out there, and there's only 7 people covering. So a lot of it, you'll see that people are setting up, and trying to get one person loose, because one person loose around the wing is fatal for them.
Converted try there, Dick. So 5 points for the try, 2 points for the conversion. So that would make it a quick 7-0 lead for the Manitoba under 18s women's team.
Okay, here they are. Unique piece to rugby. The drop kick here gets things started again. That goes off her legs, but it went back, so it's still good.
It's 13, Maddie Hamilton for the Saskatchewan team going down in the tackle.
So that happening there is called a ruck. And what happens is when you go down with the ball, you have to release it, but you can have a player come over top to help make that ball available again. You see she's over top. Good defense by the Manitoba team. And the quick steal there. You see that she went to ground, she had to release, and that ball came out quick. And she's away to the races. Good catch by the Saskatchewan defense. Again, Manitoba's maintaining possession. And a whistle here.
It looked there like 21 there, Aubrey Skelton for the Manitoba women was just going to walk right in, Dick. But excellent attack by Saskatchewan. They're going to take it quick, though. Manitoba's going to finish off where they left with that, though. Had the numbers out there on the outside, so we're able to push another one in here for another 5-point try, Dick.
So now, in sevens, when you're taking the conversion kick, wherever you place it down in the end zone, you bring it back from there, and you have to kick from that point. So if you touch one down in the corner, you have to kick all the way from the corner. So you really want to get that ball as close to the post as you can. In football, they just reset it on the hash. Here, unsuccessful on that, the drop kick. And so that will make it very quickly 12-0 for the Manitoba women.
Manitoba women in the gray, Team Saskatchewan in the green.
So this is a great day, good showcase here, games with our U18 women. This is part of the Kobayashi Sevens that has gone on this weekend. So all weekend there's been games, senior men, senior women, and now our juniors showing their stuff here. Ball comes out. They've got room if they can get that ball out. Number 7 cuts back in, Elle McLean. They're going to go right with
the numbers on the outside, Dick. All they got to do is get it outside. Nice little push off there by the Manitoba player. She's going to get around the outside. A lot of focus point on possession and numbers in this. Like anything else, if you can get 3 players on 2 defenders, you're going to walk that right in. And if you're going to hold on the ball as long as Manitoba did there, it's tough to play defense for that long.
So again, you saw her trying to get as close as she could to the posts in the middles. So this is a much easier shot at it, but unfortunately it's gone off.
And I think, Dick, that'll be
17-0. Yes?
Yeah, I'm going to write it down on a piece of paper here. So I can, not sure if we have this. Oh, the scoreboard's going. Sometimes moving my neck to the right is more difficult than moving my neck to the left, though. So I'll have to work on that.
Probably from all that rugby you played, Dave. Nice kick. That's going to drop in. Oh, and she's knocked that forward. So,
That's a big hit.
that was a big hit right at the end of that play. She didn't really hear that whistle coming, and it was part of the flow of play there. Unfortunate for the Saskatchewan player. She got hit fairly hard. But what happened there is she knocked that ball forward. So that's like a fumble forward. But when you do that in rugby, the ball is live. If you take advantage of it as the other team, then the referee will let play go. However, there was no advantage there. The ball had been knocked on, and so now they're going to go with a scrum.
I think that's number 14 for Saskatchewan, Haley Ogilvie. So hopefully she just got the air knocked out of her, and she'll be up and moving again. Here it looks like she's just hopefully catching her wind a little bit for it.
So what we're going to see here right after they clear her and make sure she's okay, we're going to have a scrum. In rugby sevens, there's only 3 people in the scrum. On each side is a prop who props up the person in the middle, and that person is called a hooker because they hook the ball back with their foot. So in 15s rugby, there's 8 in a scrum. But here, it's very open, it's very loose. That ball comes out quickly, and you need to be able to produce ball very quickly and then have everybody reset into offensive and defensive positions.
Well, Haley's up, but it looks like that might have a little injury in that left leg. Let's hope she's okay. Pretty big hit there. Sometimes when you can't hear that whistle and you get hit, it puts you a little bit at risk, but she's up and moving.
Okay, so here we go. We're going to have a scrum. The scrum will be to Manitoba. Means that their scrum half gets to put the ball in. She's going to put the ball in between the two scrums. So this is like offensive and defensive line in football, but they actually connect together. She tried to pick that out. It didn't come right away. Now they're looking. She's got someone outside if she can get the ball to her. Good coverage by Green. Again, they're going to go left. Nice work. She's driving that back. Ball is available, and they're going to try to get it out here quickly. They had opportunity, but that pass was too far. Ball was made available quickly. Green goes over. Again, Green picks up and goes. Good job of rucking this ball. There we go.
Smartly takes it back into the inside, gives her team a little bit to gain numbers back again. They're going to have to get a little coordinated here. Snod doesn't have any help. Oh, that probably knocked the wind out of her. Yeah. Number 12, Kirsten Vanderchove, picks the ball up and scores down between the posts. A little unlucky there for the Saskatchewan team. Maddie Hamilton there got isolated, number 13 for Sask. And after the tackle, Manitoba was able to pick the ball up and take it down and score between the posts.
Yeah, and that's part of the body control that you need here in rugby. When you go into a tackle, you want to ensure that you're able to present the ball backwards. She got trapped in a tackle where she was facing to the opposition, and so what happened was the opposition had first access to the ball. They just picked it up and off they go. And that is part of the issue in rugby is you want to make sure that you have good body control, that when you go into a tackle, you're able to push that ball backwards so that your team has best access to it. Looks like we're going to halftime here, and so at halftime our score is 22-0 for the under 18 Manitoba women's. Welcome back, everyone, to this Access Now sports presentation. We're watching Saskatchewan U18 women versus Manitoba U18 women. Kicking off will be Manitoba, and the score is 22-0 in favor of Manitoba at this point in time.
Manitoba really getting a lot of breaks in that first half. Dick, the ball bounced their way, but they also made the most of it when they have it with the possession. Saskatchewan's got a little bit more organized here in the second half and spread out a little bit more. They're a little bit clumped up when it comes to the set pieces here.
Well, I think, as you said, it was unlucky for Saskatchewan in the first half, but things can turn around very quickly. 22 points is not a whole bunch, even though you only have 7 minutes. They're flying around out there. They can score 21 points easy. Manitoba had a penalty, so they just tapped that and went. They're satisfied with just working their way slowly through the defense here, trying to keep possession. Oh, she spilled that one. Went back to Saskatchewan, and looks like either a knock-on or she's been out of. Oh, they've got an injured player down right now.
Once again, we were talking right here at the half here, Dick, about we're usually not used to the weather being so warm here in Saskatchewan this early. And the field looks like it's a little hard still until we can get some water on it. You can notice here we've had 3 players sort of go down just off tackles hitting the ground. So probably just hopefully just knocking the wind out of most of them. But once again, when you're trying to protect the ball like you were talking about, you get tackled, you want to have the ball back on your side, right? You're relying on the ground to soften your blow a little bit with your shoulder. So it looks like she's back up and moving now. Hopefully just knock the air out of her once again. Don't want to see anybody get hurt.
Okay, so that must have been a knock-on because we're going into a scrum situation here. Looks like Saskatchewan put in. So when that Manitoba player got tackled, the ball got knocked forward. Saskatchewan didn't gain an advantage. Here the ball comes out, back of the scrum quickly like you want.
Very nice
right out to the standoff
player.
Oh, so it isn't Philip. No, he's our age.
Here we go. We're looking for contact with that wing. She comes back in, finds the center coming around, and now she needs to get that ball placed so that they can have first option. Manitoba is driving over top of it, and they've stolen that ball. Again, you'll see the positioning where that ball is coming back quicker for Manitoba. They're hitting the ground and making it available. Now they've got, oh, unlucky, they had someone on the outside. She's knocked out of bounds. No, still inbounds.
Excellent work by Saskatchewan there to hold on to the ball. That big tackle from Manitoba coming through the hole there, Dick.
Well, the Saskatchewan player picked that out, was having a look, didn't see who she needed, and by the time she looked back, she got run over.
Good on her. Up off the tackle. She took one, getting right back into position.
Penalty here. I don't think she released the ball, and so Manitoba elects to try the middle there. Oh, they're going to go around trying to go around the corner, but they knocked that ball on. So this will be Saskatchewan's put in for the scrum.
Hard dedicated tackling there from the Saskatchewan team, Dick. So, you get in there, you put your nose into it, knock them down, you can get that ball back quick. And
it goes to show the skill level that these players have here, the under 18 women. There are not a lot of missed tackles out there, and there are some hard tackles. These players know what they're doing. They're competing hard because they want to be one of the people that's going to Canada Games this summer. A great opportunity. Oh,
Geez,
that
big
wasn't-
push by Manitoba.
Big push, yeah. They just crumpled the Saskatchewan scrum and then took the ball. Oh, and
Looking for
she's
the
out.
outside.
She's quick enough. She's around the outside, and she'll dot that down.
Number 21, Aubrey Skelton, Dick, for the
Yeah.
Manitoba team. They're really doing a good job of getting outside Manitoba when they get the ball.
So again, that's 5 points for the try, 2 if they make the convert. And also, you don't see it very often in sevens, but you can kick for goal as well, which is like a field goal, and that's worth 3 points. So those are the 3 ways you can score. You can also drop kick one out of live play, but again, you don't see it often in sevens. Nice attempt, but it's going to go left. So they'll restart Manitoba because they scored. They kicked the ball off. In sevens, what you want to do on this kickoff is you want to kick that ball as high in the air as you can and get people under it if you can. Otherwise, you want to find a hole in the defense, kick it through that hole, and have your defenders come and try to beat the Saskatchewan players to that ball. 27-0 at this point in time. That went the full 10.
Really nice take there by number 12 from Saskatchewan there.
That's going to be a penalty. She went down with the ball and she didn't let go. Once you're on the ground, you have to let go of the ball. So they took the penalty, quick tap. Trying to push around that left-hand side.
Saskatchewan doing a pretty good job there, pushing to the outside.
Nice defense. Came up really tight. Ball went back. So that ball was knocked forward by Manitoba in the exchange there. And so Saskatchewan will have the put in here in the scrum again.
Once again, like you said here, Dick, I mean, there's a lot of open field here. People probably, this is a full-size rugby field. There's not too many tackles missed in all this. That's a lot of field to cover.
Yeah, no kidding. Ball comes spraying out the back, a little bit too quick for the scrum half, but she covers up. A ball again pops out the back. It's out of control. Little bit confused by the signal.
I think she was
Okay,
saying
it
Manitoba's
is.
rolling over on the ball there. They were.
Okay. So again, here's Saskatchewan. They've got the opportunity to just tap the ball and go. They're going to look for a hole in the defense. They found one. If she can keep going. Here we are. Get that ball out. She's got someone outside her. Elects to go in and not use that. Again, Manitoba on top of that ball without. They were in over top early and ripping at that ball when they didn't. Okay, here we go, Saskatchewan. Again, good run. Good power step there. Again, you can see hard tackle down onto the ground. Ball's coming out.
Well, they got the numbers here. If they'll push it out to the left
If
side,
they can get this out.
that's probably, I'm going to guess, another penalty. The referee's telling them to get off the ball.
Here we go. 2 players wrestling with her with the ball. She gets that ball back, but it comes off of the green forward. So that ball's
that position there, Dick, your natural instinct is when you hit the ground to sort of throw it backwards, but the people coming in don't know if it's going to come out high, low, or whatever. So, like you talked about getting it on the ground, getting position, relying on your teammates to come get that ball from you there.
Yeah.
So that'll come with a little bit more experience at this level.
Yeah, that positioning is so important when you go down with the ball because that ball is wide open. You got to get it back so that, and you have to come in through the gate. If you're coming in to take that ball, you got to come in through the back. You can't come in through the side. You have to come in from an onside position, it's called. Oh, nice little move there. She's got the ball, pops it up. She's gonna keep wrestling her way through. Ball comes out.
There's the ball.
Oh, Green with a nice steal there.
There's the ball position you talked about, Dick. It was on the wrong side. She was able to take it. Now they got the numbers. So Saskatchewan get it forward and get it moved out. Good tackling though by Manitoba.
That was She handed that one forward, unfortunately. She got pushed back, and as she got pushed back, she pushed it forward to her own person. Oh, and that's it. So that's the end of this game. These are 2 7-minute halves, and so we are done 27-0 for Manitoba. Okay, welcome everyone back to the Regina Rugby Clubhouse. We have again a beautiful day here for Access Now Sports at the Kobayashi Sevens. Today is a competitive day between the U18 Manitoba men and the U18 Sask men. And great day again, and a great weekend here for Kobayashi Sevens. And Dave, you want to say a little bit about what the tournament's about and how it was over the last 2 days?
Absolutely. I mean, we've had fantastic weather here. We have a premier rugby facility here in Regina, and tournament every spring. The Koby Sevens, named after Paul Koby, a longtime rugby player here who played for the Campion Grads and with Team Saskatchewan, the Prairie Fire, teammates of both Dick and I, who passed away a few years ago. His sister Cindy, along with the family and along with the grads, has been running this tournament now. A bit of a memoriam for him, bringing it back. It formerly was a Mike Ryback tournament of a player who played Saskatchewan rugby with the grads before, who passed. And the tournament, Dick, what do you think the Ryback ran for? At least 25, 30 years?
Oh yeah, I think I played in my first Ryback when I was 16 maybe.
Yeah.
So that's, and I'm 63 now, you do the math.
It's never been my strong suit.
But we were always out at the university in those days, and I remember it just being freezing cold, and this has been fantastic here today. The other thing about, naming this tournament in honor of Paul Koby, he was just a great human being. Fantastic guy to play with, and his family. Obviously his sister's involved in organizing this, but his dad George sat on the board, and he did a lot of planning and other things for the rugby club as well, so it was a total family involvement.
Rugby is a lot about family, a lot about community. You see it in things like this. In a smaller province with a sport that not everybody knows about all the time, rugby. But lots of people coming out, lots of people all weekend supporting this, and it's coming down with the under 18, under 20 men's Saskatchewan, Manitoba. So you'll see some good fast-paced rugby here with this.
Yeah,
this
right. Sorry, I think I said under 18s, but it's a different age division here for the men for Canada Games. Now, you talked about family here. We can see there's 2 Rondeaus out there. Nathan Rondeau, we used to play with him back 20-some years ago, and he's got 2 kids out here that he's watching today on the Sask team. So we'll see what kind of genes he passed on to them. Good deep kick, and he steps out of bounds as he's trying to avoid that tackle. Didn't avoid the tackle or the out of bounds. So what happens here is once you go out of bounds, they're going to restart with a line out. We didn't see that in the last game, but a line out again. It's like the 2 lines, offensive and defensive line in football. You got to leave space down the middle, and they're going to throw that ball in rather than just have one team snap it. It's up for competition. So watch them. They're going to push this guy up in the air. There's the ball. Oh, not successful.
Saying the throw wasn't straight there, Dick.
It has to be straight so that it's competitive. Unfortunately, they threw it too close to their side, and now they're going to get a penalty here. So Saskatchewan taps that ball. They're looking for help outside. Oh, unlucky. That is going to cost them, I think. They were just knocked that ball out of his hands. Now Manitoba threatening.
They got the left side loaded up,
okay.
Dick.
Good defense. They're sliding across. They got help. That's perfect. He's going to pull that ball out. He's looking for number 1 there with the headgear on. They're going to try to go out. Oh, luckily they had an extra defense stacked in there. He was able to stop that little foray.
Manitoba loading up the left side here again, Dick. Trying to get it out here, get an overlap over here.
Yeah. Nice little move inside.
Nice.
Gained a little bit of
pass.
space. Now they're tightened up on this side. That ball pops loose. You'll see the Manitoba team positioned over top of that, keeping that ball safe. Oh, big long pass that didn't make it. Tackled. He's going to have to release that ball, and he's not. We'll see what the referee has to say about that. Ball comes out to Manitoba. Oh, knocked on.
Great tackling there from the Saskatchewan team. Again, Manitoba had the pressure on them, but Saskatchewan really did a fantastic job. We saw that a little bit with the under-18 women's game before. With this much field and space, tackles are so important. But to see such good, solid hard tacking at this age group is great for the skill level.
And we were talking about Nathan Rondeau having 2 kids in the game here. He's walking right in front of us, former great Campion grad player.
Now, Sergeant of the RCMP.
Oh, that's right, yes.
Came back home. Brought his family back to Saskatchewan again. Like we were talking before, rugby family community are a really big part of the sport.
So here again, we have a scrum. If you're new tagging on for this game, if you weren't watching the last one, this again is when the ball's knocked forward, that is an advantage for the other team. So Saskatchewan's putting the ball in there between the two, and we'll talk more about the scrum the next time we see one here. Oh, ball's popped up again. You've got most important thing that has to happen is you can't step out of bounds because you immediately lose possession. So if I am running and I step out of bounds with the ball, it's a line out to the other team. Again, we're going to see this line out. We got a straight camera shot, so hopefully you'll see if it's a fair ball right down the middle. You'll see the space in between the two, and they're going to lift these guys up in the air. Unfortunately, that didn't go well, but they managed to clean it up a little bit. Ball comes out. They're looking for help. Number 10 cuts it back in. There was too much space for him to make that pass. Again, they're going to come back here to the left. Saskatchewan's got a good defensive stand here. And again, good positioning over top of the ball.
Really good tackling here out of Saskatchewan, Dick. I mean, 3-on-3, nobody's missing. Yeah, so we got to keep it up. There we go. Great job. And
ball stolen by Saskatchewan. Are they going to be able to keep possession?
I think that's a good call there by the referee.
Yeah, you'll see all that scrambling around on the ground. What's supposed to happen is you take that ball in a tackle, you go to ground, and you push that ball back towards your side so that they can take that ball. What was happening there is you had Manitoba players jumping from the side in, and then that's an offside. You have to come from behind the play. You have to come from behind where the ruck is. So if there's 4 or 5 guys stacked up in a ruck, you have to come from the back foot, and then you can drive over, and then you can possess the ball. At this point in time, we have a player down right now. Our referee today is Fausto Rodriguez. Fausto came maybe 30 years ago and to Saskatchewan, played for Prairie Fire, and he is now settled in here as a referee in his golden years and continuing to give back to the league. Now, are we in timeout mode here, Dave, still?
I think we just had the player up and moving. I don't know if I think he's come off, so they've replaced him.
I think the player's off. You still see the trainer on, though.
Saskatchewan penalty. So they'll get the ball up here. And knowing this age group, they got a lot of energy. They're probably just going to run it out of here, which they are.
They're just going to tap and go. Oh, they were looking for a switch there, but he was going over his bad shoulder there, trying to get that ball out. Didn't go well. Here we go. He's got to make that tackle. They're coming now. Again, nice little waggle. Oh, And number 2 is in. He dots it down, Luke Thompson. So good move there. Little waggle, little shift of his hips. Managed to get the guy to plant his foot the wrong way, and he just stepped off in the other direction. So again, once you score, wherever you touch it down in the end zone, you have to make your kick from there. In football, you basically get it back, and the convert comes from, oh, did he hit that? Nice. So nice hit there. In football, that ball comes basically straight back by the posts. But if you score in rugby into the corner, you have to kick from that angle. So if you score in the corner, that's a long kick for anyone to make, especially even this age grade. But that was a nice little shot through. Score now 7 for Saskatchewan, 0 for Manitoba.
Once again, you just got used to such good tackling here out of both teams. Somebody made a break through the line, and it resulted in points going down the other way. Nice little kick. Boy, it's bouncing off that hard ground, Nick.
So while he's trying to gather that up, they're gaining ground on him. They're trapped behind their 22-yard line. Ball comes out. Oh, they're not. Nice little hop over. He finds some space here. He's looking for help. Again,
he's going to have to make his tackle.
Down he goes. He needs to get up and go. Saskatchewan player trying to track him down there. Mark O'Connor. And he's back at him again, and he does drag him down. Nice little hit there. Ball was coming out. Made contact. Oh, there they go. They had space, and he's going to try to dot that down. He's going to touch that ball down as close as he can to the post.
And you really got to see there, Dick, about the 15 to the 7s game. It's an all-out sprint. You might only be 7.5 minutes a half, but it's a pure sprint for 7.5 minutes. So to watch the young gentleman there make a breakthrough from Manitoba and the Saskatchewan player sprinting from every part of the field to catch him, then you got to reset and go after it again. So it's a lot of excitement to play, a lot of excitement to watch now that they have 7s in the Olympics and they have a world tour for it. I mean, you can turn the TV on and find it all over the place now. If you're interested in watching something on a weekend, go on and watch 7s rugby to watch people just the talent they have to play this big, huge, experienced people running. It's a lot of fun to watch.
Mm-hmm. And 7s is getting quite a high profile. I know that the young women that are here playing, they've been talking about 7s players because they had a 7s player from the U.S. on Dancing with the Stars. So everybody is up on the rugby now because of that piece. So that's a little bit of good exposure. We today our referee again is Fausta Rodriguez, and our touch judges are. Now let me see. I
see Julie Foster.
Julie Foster. And I don't know who the other one is.
I'm guessing
that's not her.
Okay.
We have a substitute in. We'll have to see if we can get the name on that touch judge. Thank you to all the volunteers that made this possible today. And we're in halftime, 7-7. Great game so far. We'll be back in a few minutes. Okay, welcome back to Access Now Sports. We're here for the second half of the Team Sask U20 men versus Team Manitoba U20 men's. And we're going to have to reverse our call from the first half. Dave, I mean, back in the day when I was growing up, we only had 6 NHL teams, I think. But everyone's got a 5th and a 6th and a 7th and an 8th jersey. So we were confused by the colors here. We were calling Manitoba Saskatchewan and Saskatchewan Manitoba. So now for the correction, the multicolored stripe, yellow, red, and green is Saskatchewan, and the white with dark shorts and the little yellow band is Manitoba.
Oh, what a
Here we
great
go.
offload there, Dick.
This is a Saskatchewan player breaks through. Matthew Tzixini, and he is through clean and touches that down. So we apologize. That'll be a dock in our pay, I'm sure, Dave, for making that mistake. We won't be invited back to do playoffs. But it's all these extra jerseys. What happened to the good old days when Manitoba was brown and yellow and Saskatchewan was just green?
Started with the long shorts, Dick.
That's
Just
right.
short shorts.
Yeah, I blame the fashion police.
Great little offload there from the Sask team. Got tackled on the ground, and you're able to either immediately pass the ball out of the tackle, or you have to set it down on the ground. He was able to pop it right back up to his own player, coming back up through the hole. And you saw, I think he was so clean through, he didn't know what to do. Once he was on the other side, he was looking around thinking, where'd everybody go?
Yeah, there should be somebody out here defending. But there wasn't, and he ran her through. We also got the convert there. So we're looking at Saskatchewan 14, Manitoba 7.
Shows you about the new level of talent in these young kids too. For the 20 years that I played in this tournament, before it was the Koby tournament, I don't think there was ever a convert kicked. So, big tackle again, Saskatchewan.
Nice tackle, nice solid placement of that ball though. He put it right where it needed to be so that Manitoba had access to it. Now they're just going to probe that sideline. You don't want to be tossed out of bounds though. As we discussed, if you go out of bounds, you're losing that. Oh, Saskatchewan was over top, offside there. Foster Rodriguez made the call. Manitoba's just going to tap this ball, and they're going to reset. They're just looking to move that ball back and forth. Ball's going to come here quickly. I think they're looking for that outside again. Oh, unfortunate.
Pass kind of floated up there a touch, and when it's spinning like that and you're full speed, got his hand out. Although he caught it off the bounce, it did go forward, and in rugby the only way you can distribute the ball, even handing it off to somebody, is either sideways or backwards, nothing forward.
Again, so here's the scrum. 2 props on support of the hooker. The props are propping him up. The hooker hooks the ball, and you have a scrum half that's loose from the scrum that's going to place the ball in. They have to put it in fairly so that there's a fair contest and both have a chance to hook the ball back. In sevens, there's only 3 in the pack, in the scrum, 3 from each side. In rugby 15s, there's 8 in each side, so bigger mass of players. This makes the ball available much quicker, and they keep the sevens moving much faster with only 3. Ball C came out very quickly. They're going to probe that left side. And he gets tackled out of bounds, which, as you know by now, that is going to be a turnover from Saskatchewan ball over to Manitoba. The game opening flyover obviously came by late there. Here at the rugby club, we hear a lot of airplanes going over top of us. It used to be one of the advantages we would play against visiting teams. When you were in a line out, if the plane came over, you pointed up, they'd look up and you'd throw the ball in quick. So a little home field advantage.
I think the Saskatchewan player there once again, just a little victim of this time of the year with the ground a little bit hard. But he's up and walking.
But some great tackling. You see a lot of sevens games where there isn't that much tackling. Now, one of the things is that when you have seniors playing, they're more patient. They'll probe. They don't bite into contact as quickly. And young guys, they like the contact. Everybody does, but they'll bite into that contact quicker rather than continue to probe and work the ball around. much more patient in senior men's rugby.
Good
Nice line out. Ball's tapped back. They're going to bring it across. He needs to get that one outside. Oh, nice move.
angle.
He's through. So that's a perfect presentation. He went down, he presented that ball. Ball came a little bit slow, but they're going to get it outside. Oh, here we go. He's going to go all the way.
Number 19, Bryn Rondeau, straight through. It's a nice little run. Excellent runs there by number 2, Luke Thompson, really finding space.
Yep.
Being patient, getting the ball ready, and then Rondeau sees his gap and right through the hole. Nice and clean like that, but that happens at sevens also. You get a little bit of space, you got to take advantage of it and go right straight forward.
Well, also, if you're the person that draws 2 defenders, that makes space for somebody else. So what you want to do is you want to get outside your defender so he's coming after you and the other guy has to step in. Then that creates that space like you saw there. Oh, nice kick. And put it through.
Doing an excellent job kicking for Convert here.
That's a nice kick.
That was number 7, Cameron Newdorf. Excellent drop kick. So Saskatchewan's going to bring it back and re-kick again. They're up 21-7 at this point, Dick, but like you said before.
So it looks like we missed something, Dave, here. After that player scored, somebody took a yellow card, and maybe it was him. Because we're only playing 6 now for Saskatchewan. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They're only playing 6 for Saskatchewan right now. If he got a yellow card, he'll be off for 2 minutes. Yes, Dave?
Missed the incident there for what happened. Yeah, I can see him over here standing at center. Yeah.
Don't know. Young kid, maybe he had something to say, or maybe in the tackle, or who knows. But he'll be off. They'll be playing a man short, but oh, they threw that ball in, but actually Manitoba falls on it. We'll look for the referee's call. He's going to call for a scrum.
Good job, Nick.
So that ball was knocked forward. Scrum now goes, he's signaling to Saskatchewan.
Like you said, Dick, down to 6 players, so like a power play in hockey. The advantage goes to Manitoba, but Saskatchewan sort of holding on right now, making some big tackles down there. Did well in the line. Now they get the put in, so they're going to be on the offense here.
Yeah, they need to win this ball because if Manitoba, they did win it, and he kicks it out because he knows the time is over. There we go. So they narrowly avoid some disaster by having to play for a man short, and they end up with a 21-7 victory over Manitoba.
That was an excellent, well-played game of sevens there for this age group. A lot of skill, excellent tackling, really moved the ball really, really well. Nice strategy, and look forward to watching the next 2 games here again, watching them all reload and get back on the field.
Absolutely. So they've had 1 game against each other. Games coming up again. The same 2 teams are competing because this is a learning session for them and a selection piece. And so they're going to play again. We'll see what they've learned from each other. Coming back, hopefully even better games coming up. Signing off now, and we'll see you at the next game from Access Now Sports.
If you'd like to share your feedback on the program you just watched, contact us today. Or join the conversation on social media.